Om Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome to another Yoga Small Talk, and we continue with 7 minutes Bhagavad Gita a day. We are reading from chapter 5, the Yoga of the Renunciation of Action, and we were reading from verse 4. Children, not the wise, speak of knowledge and the yoga of action or the performance of action as though they are distinct and different. He who is truly established in one obtains the fruit of both. And we were reading from the commentary of Swami Shivananda, who says children or ignorant people only. So here the word children means people who are young on the path, meaning they did not progress enough on the path to have the true knowledge. They say that knowledge and the performance of action are different and produce distinct and opposite results, meaning that they are mutually exclusive. And we discussed a little bit more the commentary in the previous teaching, but now a little story. King Janaka, who is also mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, we will reach it later, who was a great king, but also a Raja Rishi, meaning he was a self-realized person. But at the same time, he ruled the kingdom, which means he had a lot of possessions, he was married, he had a family, he enjoyed all the royal pleasures, the palace, all the good food, the comfortable bed, everything. And still was a self-realized person doing so many worldly activities of running the kingdom and dealing with his family and all of this. And the Pandits, the learned people of the kingdom, were a little bit mocking him. So those are the people who have a lot of theoretical knowledge and who read that a sannyasi needs to have only, the clothes that is on his skin and have nothing else and all these things. And they said this person says he's self-realized and still, he said, meaning I'm not this body, I'm not this mind, and still his body is enjoying all the royal pleasures and, everything, the title, the family, the palace, everything is there. So he's a fraud. And King Janaka came to hear of those talks and decided to do a little bit of demonstration. So he invited all those gossiping Pandits to a great feast in his palace and made sure that the best food is served and they are received with great honors in the most beautiful hall, comfortable seats, everything perfect. And the people come there and food is about to be served and the table is so beautiful and servants are just coming and coming. How can I serve you? How can I serve you? So they're really treated as royalty. And then one of them notices this thing. There is a sharp sword that is hung from the ceiling above the head of each and every one of them. And it is hanging on a very thin thread that can break, and every second the sword will come down and kill the person sitting under it. Now they have a problem. They are scared of the sword, but the king invited them and arranged all this food and all these things. They cannot leave. It will be inappropriate. So they sit down and quickly eat, and as soon as they are done, they leave the hall, and the king calls them and he said, "My beloved Pandits, how was your meal? Did my servants serve you properly? Did they give you the most comfortable seats? Did they give you the best food? Did they take out all the many dishes that I asked them to prepare? Did you enjoy?" And all of them are silent. But eventually the head Pandit, the most distinguished of the learned people, he tells the king, "My lord, yes, the food was there, the servants were there, and we ate, but we have no idea what we ate. We have no idea whether the seat was comfortable or not. We do not have any idea what your servants were saying, because somebody probably was playing some mischief and he put those swords over our heads, and we were so afraid that the line will break and the sword will fall on us that our mind was constantly at the sword, and although we were eating and enjoying all this setup that you put up for us, we have no idea what happened. We did not enjoy it at all." And the wise king says, so you see, when there is this little threat, you are enjoying, you are having available to you, and it appears as if you are enjoying so many pleasures, the best food, the best seats, the best servants, but you are not at all aware of them, you are not enjoying them, you are not experiencing them. If this is generated by this sword, imagine what is generated by the complete focus on God. Yes, I am a king, I run the kingdom, I have all the benefits of the palace at my disposal, but my mind is elsewhere. All those matter not to me. And then they understood how a person can appear to be externally active, externally enjoying so many things, but he is a perpetual sannyasin, because for him it doesn't matter if those things are there or not. His mind is elsewhere. He's just doing his duty, as we read in chapter 3, to set an example to the masses. This is the only reason why he's still there. He needs to set an example, and this is what he's doing. So this is a little story that comes to illustrate how this is possible. And the teaching on this very, very important and beautiful matter continue. Please join us for the next teachings. Om Shanti.